about how it is that we dream, believe, work, achieve, and repeat. Yes, I gave it away. That is the success recipe. So listen, anything, I want you to think about anything that you want to do in your life. Anything. Whether that be get to work this morning, whether that be make $1 million. There is a recipe to being successful. There is a recipe to being successful. Crystal, back ending. I'm gonna unmute on Zoom as well too, so hopefully we don't double up here with that, because I saw that I'm not unmuted on Zoom. So now I see you. Just I got you.
I wasn't muted.
So I got you. I was still muted still, so we're good. No worries. So I just went ahead and unmuted, so we won't.
I also want to let people know. Is it okay if I share the YouTube live stream?
Absolutely. Let's do it. Let's do it. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna drop that YouTube live stream so you can see slides from this as well too, because I am visual. This whole audio app was always something that was like, okay, cool, but I like to see stuff. So I like to see stuff. So we're dropping this on Zoom, so you should be a part of the academy. One of you guys drop your academy link there as well too. If we have new people who are here, because you can join the academy for free for 30 days, which is like crazy. The amount of content, the people it is that you see to do that. So make sure you drop your academy link and there you can click on join the academy, be able to do that as well too. Okay. But I am a visual person, so I like to be able to see. So the success recipe is dream, believe, work, achieve, repeat. That is the success recipe. So whatever it is that you want to do in this life, this is the recipe for it. So like I really learned this when I was playing football, because I played sports, but I played football in college. And so I really learned that this is where the thing it is in order to be able to get there. I learned it through sweat and hard work, being able to know so. But one of the biggest things is like I have faced some crazy challenges in my life. But one of the craziest challenges I faced was really self-inflicted. After I stopped playing football, and I didn't just stop playing football, I got hurt for the last time. I tore my knee up. I've had 7 knee surgeries between my knees. And so, I tore my ACL. I think we're talking about it in our last class, actually, how it was that I got injured the first time that really led down the path of the ending of my football career. Okay. But what I did is that I spent about almost a decade really destroying myself after playing ball. Almost a decade really destroying myself playing ball after playing ball. I didn't realize how depressed I was. I was functionally depressed. So just functionally making it through life, but depressed in every way about it, and just kind of just crawling through life, not really ever getting to where it is that I need to get in life whatsoever. Okay. And so once I got to all of that, I'm trying to get my screen to work here. There we go. So once I got to that, I realized I needed to be able to make a change in my life. And so the first thing I needed to do in order to be able to make a change, the first thing you have to do in order to be able to get any of the things you want to get done, the first thing we have to do is we have to have a dream. So put an emoji in my chat or put it in my chat on Zoom, dream. We have to dream. Okay, that's the first thing we have to do is we have to dream. So you have to have something it is that you want to accomplish. You have to have something it is that you want to accomplish. Now, I'm a little bit of a woo guy. I can talk about the woo and all the different things along those lines as far as like all this stuff in real, like all kind of shiny and in wonderful places. But I need you to understand this. We dream in fuzzy black and white, but our nightmares are in 4K color or 8K color, honestly. We dream in fuzzy black and white, but our nightmares are in 4K color. So what happens is that when we're dreaming, we dream about stuff and it's in this nice little wonderful place. Oh, I'd really like to be able to earn some money. I'd really like to be able to lose some weight. I'd really like to be able to have my business. I'd really like to be able to write my book. I'd like to be able to have my course. It'd be so wonderful. Wouldn't that be great? And we say it's all flowery and everything like that, but there's no any real direct pieces that are there. But our nightmares are clear. They're clear, they're functional. We know exactly how bad it is. We know exactly what terrible thing happened. We know all those different things. We know them very clearly. So I spent approximately a decade. I stopped playing ball in 97. I'm giving my age away. I stopped playing ball in 97 in college. That was my last year. I had limped through 2 or 3 years, honestly. So with that, okay. So I stopped playing ball in 97, in 96, actually. 96. And by 2006, I weighed almost 5 bills, almost 500 pounds. Okay. Almost 500 pounds. So I'd spent an entire decade destroying my body. So here's what happens. Many times, what's going on the outside of our body, it is a microcosm, it is a reflection of what's going on the inside of our mind and the inside of our body. In the same way that I talk about that business problems are just not so well hidden personal problems, it's the same thing. Many times, what's going on outside of our body, what's showing outside of our body, it's just a microcosm of what's happening on the inside of our body. So I'd spent a decade in sadness, a decade in depression, a decade of just barely getting through, a decade because look, I was always the one. Has anyone in your life anyone ever am I the only one who's ever been the one? I was the one in my family. I came from a family of athletes. My sister ran in the Olympic trials. I had cousins that had played that had almost got into the NFL. And so like, even though I was a smart kid, I mean, I skipped a grade in school. I was a smart kid. I graduated when I was 16. All right. But even though I was a smart kid, literally everybody in my family said I was going to be the one. My cousins nicknamed me, still to this day, still call me the franchise. The franchise is what they call me. It's going to go play. I'm going to go be an NFL player. I'm going to be the one. So when I lost the thing that identified me, when I lost the identifier in my life, see, so many of us, we have an identifier. We identify by what it is that we do, not who it is that we are. When I lost the identifier in my life, I lost me. I was lost. So I was a lost person. And so I walked into a hospital back on September 2006. And I was thirsty and I couldn't keep anything down. And I've been sick for days. And they're like, so I go and get tested. And they're like, Mr. Carr, do you have diabetes? And I was like, no, that's something my dad has. That's some weird disease my dad has. Yeah, no, I don't know anything about that. No, none of those things, right? So that was it. When they tested my blood sugar, and I can laugh about it now because I'm okay now. But when they tested my blood sugar with the stick, they stuck me with the finger, right? It just said high. I didn't even have a number. All right. It just said high. It was just high. That's all it was. So they did a blood test. And when they did a blood test, my blood sugar, when I walked into the hospital, was 954. So kids, 954, let me explain to you, is 10 times what your blood sugar is supposed to be. 10 times what it's supposed to be, actually, all right? Like almost to the T. They honestly were concerned or couldn't believe that I actually walked into the hospital, that I actually walked in. I wasn't in a diabetic coma, all right? And so I'm just walking in thinking everything is cool. And I was so heavy that they just weighed me in the bed. They had a scale that was there in the bed. Okay. I had successful, the recipe. I had succeeded in destroying my body. Succeeded in destroying my body. Now, there's a lot of different pieces and reasons and work that went into me eventually now losing 200 pounds. Me eventually now, because understand one of the other things that happened when I went to the hospital that day is that I went to the hospital with no insurance. So getting sick with no insurance really sucks. I think they really wanted to like roll me out of the back door of the hospital and this lady died in the alley back behind it or whatever, because they were like, dude, we're gonna have to like spend a ton of money on this guy. Like for real. This is gonna cost us a ton of money. But there's a long step that moved for me from getting to that point, to losing 200 pounds, to going bankrupt because I got sick with no insurance, to rebuilding my life and rededicating my life to helping people be successful. Not becoming a weight loss guru. That's not my story at all. But being able to help people figure out how do they structure their lives and their businesses in order to be able to succeed. How do we defeat depression? How do we defeat the things that are here to stop us? How do we do that? That's what the thought is, and that's what the thought process is for me. And so that's where this came from, of being able to understand that the first thing we have to do is dream. So the first thing you have to do is have a dream. So I want you to think about, what's the project you want to get done right now? What is that dream? What is that dream you want to get done? It doesn't have to be a huge dream. Dreams come in all different shapes and sizes, just like we do. I'm not saying that if you're heavy, that it means that there's something wrong with you. That's not it. For me, my weight and my heaviness reflected the heaviness that was within me. My weight and what it was there reflected the difficulties that I was having internally in my life. So what's your dream? What is your dream? What is your dream that you want to be able to get done? What's your dream? Okay.
Ojinga, can I ask you a question?
Yeah, absolutely.
Would you say that dream and vision are synonymous, or is there a difference?
So I would say that dream and vision are different in a way, because a dream is this fluffy thing that's out there. Okay. It's not something that really is defined. And what we're going to do in this process is to be able to really define it even more. Whereas a vision is something that's correct. A vision is something that's there. I can see the vision. So I see the vision of us with OCC taking a yacht trip together. I see that vision. I see the vision. I see the vision of hanging out, us with our families, being able to all hang out, and all from all of this work that we put in. Because like, it feels
That's
great.
really wild you say that, because I've been taking Romeo to see the yachts, and I imagine this, I envision the same thing. So I love it.
That's a huge thing. That's what it is. You go see the boats, because I mean, you're down there in Miami, where the king of all the boats. They have all the great, where you can go down. Oh my gosh, like one of the greatest things for me, Crystal, I got to tell you, this was like going to Miami and then going and take the the tourist boat ride down Millionaire Row or Billionaire Row. When you take the boat ride through there, oh my gosh, like you see all these houses on the waterfront. This is crazy. This is crazy. It's, you know what? I'm gonna stop using crazy. I've been trying to stop using crazy, because these things that we keep seeing are not crazy, just because they're outside of where it is that we currently see in our current place where we are, our current vision where we are. It's because it's outside of that. It's not crazy. It's just things that are amazing. So I've been efforting for different words besides, because words are powerful, besides crazy and weird. Because I've been using crazy and weird a lot. And really, I want to change the connotation of them, but I also want to change my wording of that. So yeah, I can't wait for that. I really, really can't wait for that. Yes. So we have to dream first.
I know I took you off, but you were answering about vision and dream, but I got my answer. So thank you. That was very cool.
Absolutely. No worries. So we have to dream first. All right. And so in order to be able to get that vision, that we're talking about, you have to first have a dream. So dreams are important. I may talk about, they're fluffy and they're in black and white and they're kind of, but let's take that. So the difference, and I'm not a pro-violence person, but the difference is in the way that in the type of gun that you fire. So if you fire I'm from the country. My parents are from LA, Laurel, Arkansas, but I'm from the city. So there it is as far as that. Okay, so understand. When you fire a shotgun, it is a buckshot. And so therefore it is a scatter shot. And so it scatters shots and shoots everywhere. So, you're going to hit a little bit of anything. Okay, that happens. When you fire a rifle that has a bullet, okay, then that has a scope on it, that we can be focused and be very laser focused on what we're doing. So dreams can be buckshot. They can be kind of all over the place. But that vision, I really like that. I really like that languaging of that. Can be very much so laser focused. So how we laser focus our dream is that we then have to do the second step of the success recipe, which, first of all, before we even do that, I want to explain to you what dream means to me. I created a nonprofit working with kids. And so, like, all I've ever done in my life is sell or work with kids, literally. That's all I ever did in corporate America, anything like that. What I thought I was going to do when I played in the league was to go to league and then create a youth program behind it. That was like something that was my life path. It was one of the reasons why I was so depressed after I didn't make it, after I tore my knee up, after I couldn't make it and do so, because that was my life path. I'd already decided what my life path was. Like, I was going to go to the league, I was going to play for 12 years exactly. And then I was going to open up a youth program because I saw all of the good that came from having a tremendous father. I had a tremendous father. And so my dad, it was a dad to all the kids in the community. And we played ball. I played football, basketball, and baseball. There was never a time that there was not a ball that was going on with me. My parents, I have no idea how they did it. Having now raised a daughter and now having a son who's heavily involved in all the different things, I have no idea how they did it. But so it was all the time, right? That was there. And so my thought was I was going to run this youth program. And so I created a youth program, still in my heaviness, still in my depression. I went ahead and created a youth program because one of the first jobs I had was working as a youth activities director of a housing authority. Okay. So as a youth activities director of a housing authority. And I quickly saw that I didn't want to be in the system, just like you, Christelle. I promise you, God leads us to some people who put us right in our path. I mean, Christelle, I taught for 2 years. I decided I didn't want to be in the school system. All this is during the time of depression. I taught for 2 years. I decided I didn't want to be in the school system. I wanted to work outside of the system instead of inside of the system, because I come from a family of teachers. My mom and my sister are award-winning teachers. My mom taught for 46 years. My sister still is a teacher to this day. She's taught for 30 years. And so I was supposed to be in the family business is what she thought. When I stopped playing ball, she thought I was going to be in the family business and go be a teacher. So I taught for 2 years. I just couldn't take it inside the atrocities that I saw within the systems. I couldn't see that. So then I started running, this youth program. And so I called it Dream Team. And so Dream Team is an acronym. And Dream for that stood for devoted, resilient, excellent, ambitious, and motivated. Devoted, resilient, excellent, ambitious, and motivated. Okay. So for me, it was about dreaming. Dreams have always been a part of what we've done. So in order to be able to take that dream and turn it into a vision, we need to be devoted, resilient, excellent, ambitious, and motivated. All right. Put that in my comments for me. Dream. It's so important. When you are down, when things are hard, when things are difficult, the thing that fuels you is your dream. The thing that fuels you is your dream. When you are down and difficult, when things are bad, the thing that you can lean back on is your dream. It's the thing, unfortunately, that gets put on the shelf. But it's the thing that can push us to the next level is our dream. Devoted, resilient, excellent, ambitious, and motivated. That takes us from a dream to a vision. So glad you asked me about that, Christelle, because that really clarifies that honestly for me. And hopefully it does for you, as far as for being able to take that from that point. So we have to first have a dream. We have to first have a dream. But the thing that we must do once we have that dream is we then have to do step number 2, which is to believe. We have to believe. Look, we might dream of being out there on the boat. You know what I'm saying? Running a boat like Meg Thee Stallion says. Drive the boat like Meg Thee Stallion says. Putting out Houston stuff since I'm from Houston now instead of Memphis. But we might dream of driving a boat. We might dream of being out there having that OCC trip where we're all together on the yacht. But the thing that trips up our belief system, the thing that trips up our dreams, is our belief system. It's whether or not you actually believe what it is that we're talking about here. Do you believe what it is that you want to do? So you have this dream, it's in fuzzy black and white, but do you actually believe that? Do you actually believe in your soul what it is? What we have to do and what we have to become, and the reason why I've been talking about like changing my languaging is because we use language in a way and it holds us down. You really need to be obsessed with your dream. Put that in my comments for me. Obsessed. You really need to be obsessed with your dream. It has to be an obsession. People are going to tell you that you are crazy. Because when you light your light, there's the famous quote, it talks about that when you shine, it allows others to be able to shine as well too. When you allow your light to shine, it allows others to be able to shine as well too. I know I'm stepping on the quote. But the thing I want you to understand as well is that when you shine your light, it also scares other people because it shines the light on their inadequacies as well. So because your light is shining, you're starting to believe in your dream. You're starting to progress toward your dream. What happens is that it lights up the inadequacies of the people who are around you because they are starting from the same spot that you are. And if you can start from that spot and go, then that means they can too. For some people, that will light them up. They will take the energy from that and they will light up and they will go with you. That is your tribe. That is your OCC. That is your people to be able to go with. Those are the people who can rock and be able to rock with you. The other people are going to pour water on that. They're going to turn it down because you are showing them that they can go too. And that's scary. We're going to do that to ourselves as well. In the success process, we're going to do this to ourselves as well too. So understanding successfulness, you're going to have belief blockers. So you want to know what a belief blocker is? I want you to think about what your dream is. Think about it. What is your dream? And then that first negative thought that pops up behind it, because it does, that's what your belief blocker is. So I say, I'd love to be able to be on a yacht with my my family from One Click Creator, all of us hanging out, and just sit there and sit in it. Just sit in it for a second. Sit in it for a second. Then there'll be a thought that pops up. I don't even know Martin like that. What if Christelle? What if Christelle really doesn't want to do that? How am I going to get to Miami? What am I going to do? I got these bills. I got these bills right now. My leg hurts. It's dark. It's cold outside. Whatever. Okay. That is the belief blocker that's behind it. It will show itself to you very clearly if you just sit in the space. If you just sit in the space. Sometimes that's what we need to do, is we need to just sit in the space. Sit in your dreams for a minute. See, we sit very well in our nightmares. We do an excellent job of doing that. We know every horrible thing it is that could possibly happen. And see, like the worst thing for me, the worst thing that ever could happen for me, honestly, is a 24-hour news cycle. When something bad happens in this world, I have to intentionally pull myself away from it. Because if not, I will sit and watch and lose time. I will sit in that. I will sit in the negative. And people say, that, and I know through psychologists tell you all the time, sometimes you have to sit into the negativity of different things that are there. But that's because you're working with a psychologist and psychiatrist who actually can walk you through it. If you do that by yourself, I sat in the negativity of I'm supposed to be the franchise. I'm supposed to be helping my family. I have a niece that has cerebral palsy. I'm supposed to be figuring out how I can help her. I'm supposed to be making the money that I can in order to be able to get her all the best things. I'm sitting in that. I'm sitting in that. I'm not working through that. I'm sitting in that. I'm not sitting in the fact that I have the ability and always have had the ability my entire life to make money out of air. I have the ability to see air and turn that into money. I have the ability to do that. All of you have secret superpowers that shouldn't be secrets anymore. You see, I'm not like a comic book dude, but like I really got into the Marvel universe, watching the Avengers, different things like that, right? All of those heroes, their powers are in the open. It's time for your powers to be in the open. This is how we get over those belief blockers. We got all these powers. You got all these powers that you got on the inside, right? You got all these powers that you're working with, right? But you don't believe them, but you believe the bullshit that's inside of you. You believe that. You believe the bullshit that the world throws at you. You believe that now. We believe that. You believe that you could walk outside and fall into a sinkhole. We'll read about that and be scared to drive, right? We'll be scared to do that, but we won't believe in the superpower abilities that you have that are on the inside of you. You know how I know you have superpower abilities? Because you're here in this room. You could be a bunch of other places. You could be doing a ton of other things. But instead, you're here right now. You're here right now in this space right now with me in this moment right now. There is ultimate design in everything it is that we are. We're all designed to be where it is that we are. And that's what it is. And so what we do is we spend that time on the blockers, but we don't sit in our dreams and believe them. Really and truly believe them. I mean, I remember a comedian talking about, the person who created the telephone. I mean, how crazy was that at first? Is to be like, I want to talk to people who are not here. I want to talk to people who are not here. Like, how much of a crazy person do you think that was that sounded like when you first got started to try to create the telephone? Like, I want to talk to people who are not here. You want to talk to people who are not in the space? Jebediah, why don't you just go down the street? Why don't you get on your horse? Okay, take your horse, go 3 hours for the 5 miles down the road and go talk to your mama. I don't understand. Why would you want to talk to her on a phone? Like, well, what is this phone? What is that? You have to have belief. All right. That's right. Jebediah can believe it. You can believe it. All right. So dream, believe. Okay. Then you have to do the work. Put this in my comments for me. Do the work. Do the work. Okay. It's so important. Do the work. I got to tell you, doing the work can be very difficult. I've got like so much going on right here at this moment. Like at this, we've got this phenomenal event that you see at the top of the screen that we're putting together. I'm putting together a mobile phlebotomy company. I've got coaching clients. And I care about my coaching clients. I care about their success more than they do. That is my brand. It is who I am. So I'm going to care about it more than they do. So I'm consistently thinking about them and what they're doing. I've got this new crack addiction, which is ChatGPT. So I'm up all hours of the night putting stuff into it because I have this thing that's smarter than me that I can talk to and ask questions. So any of the questions I need to be able to ask to be able to do so. My mom is having a new illness. My mom had cancer 32 years ago. And just this last week, we discovered that it's back. And so we have no idea like what it is or anything like that. So like I spent half of last week back in Little Rock working through that. And so like it is all these things. There's all these different ways that you can be distracted. You can be distracted from where it is that you're going, where you cannot do the work. So I'm going to tell you simply, in order to be able to do the work, you have to do three things. You have to know three things. You have to know, what is it that I can do? What is it that I can learn? What is it that I can delegate? Let me say it again. What is it I can do? What is it that I can learn? What is it that I can delegate? Do, learn, delegate. So I need you to ask a question when you look at your task. Is it something that I can do? Is it something that I can do? Is it something that I can learn? Is it something that I can delegate? Many of us, we spend time on all these things that we should be delegating out to other people. But we want to hold on with white knuckle grips onto all the things because we do things the best. We are the best at doing it. All right. I recognize that you're the best in your mind at doing it. I'm saying in your mind because look, none of us are the best. We all can learn more. Okay. What I need for you to think of with the tasks that are in your life that you're delegating, I need you to set up a level of acceptability. You should not delegate things out and have people do things that are subpar. But I need you to set up a level of acceptability that's somewhere between way up here high where you're at the best and a level of something. And that if it's done somewhere within this level, it might not be how you would do it, but it's within the level of acceptability. It's something we can delegate. We got to take things off our plate. We're spending all this time doing stuff, spending all this time deep in work. Okay, deep in work, knee deep in work. All right, but not actually finishing anything and not actually getting anything done because we're not delegating. Is it something that you can learn? There are people who can do things better than you. We should be learning at those people. We should be learning at those people. I've been creating courses for 14 years, but I have so many things to learn from Christelle. You know, I mean, Martin was here last night in our community talking about how it is to use Clapper and not how to make it clap, but how to use Clapper. All right. You know what I'm saying? To be able to do it, to be welcome to Clapper. All right. And so I need to be able to learn. He has a video up. He said there's like 26,000 views on. Okay. I need to be able to learn that. You don't freak out as far as like in the things it is that you're learning and like say it's too much. You need to put them into categories and put those things into pieces. But I'm going to tell you, we should be learning more and delegating more than we're actually doing. Because if all you're doing is doing what you are setting yourself up for is your business playing you, your life playing you. If all the answers come back to you, if you are the source, then it shall not work. It shall not work. If you're the source, it ain't gonna work. What we need to do is figure out how we can CEO this thing. CEOs in these major companies get paid all this money, but you never see a CEO sweeping the floor at the store at Walmart. Could they? Yes, but that's not in their daily tasks. It's because it's been delegated down, out in order to be able to do so. I need you to use that intellectual property it is you have. All of you have intellectual property. I need you to use that intellectual property, create that course, write that book, put your information out there, put your spin on it. We live in a time now with AI where everyone is going to have the opportunity to be able to put frameworks together. There's nothing new under the sun. The only thing that's going to be new is the way it is that you teach it. You can teach something in a different way, and you will find your tribe of people who all find that and who all come and coagulate around that, who are all there, and they're happy. We can bring that happiness. You have the opportunity to be, this is the opportunity of a lifetime. This is how it is that we get on that boat. This is how it is. How we help that family. My nephew was telling me about a great idea he has about a mobile washing service to be able to go out and wash people who are unhomed, unhoused. And because he's driving a bus in Houston, of all places, Christelle. He lives in Houston. So that's who you're thinking of. My nephew, he lives there. Okay. But he's the bus driver in Houston. And he's like, you know, people get on the bus and have this horrendous stench when they get on the bus. He wants to be able to give them clean clothes and be able to help them, be able to help wash people. Not force it where they have to necessarily get clean in life, but make it an opportunity where it's a gateway into a program, where it's a gateway. And he was talking to me about this, and I was like, David, you know, there's this tool that you can use that will be able to help you, like that can help you figure out your way through this. You have an idea, you can take this and learn. That's what AI does for us, is it takes those ideas and allows us to be able to synthesize and now allows us to be able to create it. We have to do the work. Doing the work is where it's at. Okay? That is the place. I wrote a book called Getting Through the Musical Interlude. Okay? And so with Getting Through the Musical Interlude, I am a sports guy, a Rocky guy. I grew up, I'm a guy of a certain age. So I'm a Rocky guy, right? And so Rocky, of course, when he loses a fight, because he's gonna lose a fight in every movie. They play Gonna Fly now for 3 minutes, and then he's ready to fight again. What you don't realize is that 6 months of his life has passed. Where the do the work part, we are all in the musical interlude right now. You got to do the work. This is the time that if they're showing a movie of your life, they're not going to be in each detail of this. It's going to be the musical interlude where you are working, where you're up at night typing, where you're creating that course, where you're creating that book, where you're creating that movement, where you're doing it. This is the time that they're going to, that during the movie, the music is going to be playing, but this is where the work happens. It's through that. Is it something that you can do? Is it something that you can learn? Is it something that you can delegate? That's what it is. That's what we got to know. It's so important. So important. So we have to dream. You have to know your dream. You have to believe in that dream. That's going to stop the belief blockers. The blockers are going to be there in front of that. The blockers are going to tell you. And the blockers are not, look, we live in this hater society. Oh, I got haters. If I need 20. Look, that's absolutely right. But look, them people ain't hating you. Them people hate themselves. All right? Those people not hating you, they hate themselves. It's not about you. There is not a committee of people who are sitting here right now, who are meeting, saying, how can I screw up Hurt's life? I know it feels like it, but it's not. There's not a committee of people. What it is that people are spending in whatever it is they're spending in, and you're spending in whatever you're spending in, and then we click, and we click on each other. And that's what happens. All right? And so the blockers are internal. Most of them are internal. Most of us, we feel like, oh my God, so if I put this thing out, people are gonna laugh at me. No, people are probably not gonna care. That's the more likely situation. People love whatever the newest tea is, but it's always replaced by the next tea. Just understand that. There's always replaced by the next thing. They're not people just sitting around just waiting to laugh at you and what it is you're doing. That's our own internal feelings that we have. We have these belief blockers in there. Then we have to actually do the work. What can I do? What can I learn? What can I delegate? So then we get to a point to where we achieve it. We achieve that goal. We achieve that goal. I need you to take a moment. Once you achieve it, take a deep breath and soak that in. A lot of what we're talking about this is sitting in it. I need you to sit in your dreams. I need you to sit in your achievements. Because what we sit in right now is we sit in our nightmares and we sit in our failures. That's what we sit in. I need you to sit in your dreams and your achievements. I need you to be excited about the things that you've accomplished in your life. I need you to be excited about the things that you're going to accomplish in your life. I need you to feel that energy. If you know, Christelle, you're going to take Romeo on the boat, I need you to feel what it's going to be like for him to be out there on the boat, how excited he is about boats at this moment, and how much more he's going to be able to really be excited about it when he's out there on the boat. I need us to be excited about that. I need to feel that energy, because that is the energy that fuels you. The achievement is the energy that fuels you. The dreams and the achievement is the energy that fuels you, that takes you to the next level. that fuels you, that puts you in the place that allows for you to be able to get there. It's that achievement. Because look, what that is proof of work. It's proof of concept. You cannot say, I can't create a course, because you can, at this point in time, go right now, go get the one-click course creator, go put in a thought about a course and create a course right now. So that is a lie that you are telling yourself, that you cannot create a course. So you can achieve that. You can achieve that today, right now, literally. You can go into AIPRM, you can go find a one-click course creator, you can go create a course for free. This is not an upsell. This is not anything I'm selling you. Anything along those lines. You can do that. You can create a course right now. So that means that you can't say, I can't do that. So once we have that achievement, that is proof of work, proof of concept, proof that it actually can happen. So now you have the proof of concept. So now we have to figure out, how do we repeat it? You want to put repeatable systems into place. Repeatable systems into place. Repeatable systems into place. So you've been seeing the community's been going crazy about it. I've been loving the fact that they have. I've been sharing with them the Limitless Week, having something to be focused on today. Today, when we do these master classes, it is on Talk About It Tuesday. Talk About It Tuesday for me is all about talking about my business to every person it is I meet. I am a certified high performance coach. I help businesses create that hockey stick for themselves. So you have that flat line and then it shoots up all of a sudden. And there's a shoot up, and we want to be able to shoot up and help people create systems, to put systems into place so that they can continue to be high performance. It's not about peak performance. I love peak performance. I love Tony Robbins, but it's about high performance. High performance is all about, when we're talking about high performance, it is all about how it is that we keep those systems into place to continue to keep performing highly. That's what high performance is about. How is it that we put those systems into place in order for us to be able to repeat? So the system that we're talking about here is dream, believe, work, achieve, repeat. So in your life, no matter what it is that you want to be able to do, if you have a dream, if you believe in what that dream is, if you do the work and then you achieve it, then you put places in order to be able to repeat it. Now we have systems, and now we are not the airplane that is taking off and landing all the time. We're taking off and we put autopilot on and we cruise, and now we can just level up. We can level up in our lives. And so when we level up in our lives, we create everything it is. When you level up in your life, you level up in your love life. When you level up in your life, you level up as a parent. When you level up in your life, you level up as a child. You level up as a community member. You level up in whatever it is that you want to do. I'm not going to tell you what it is to do with the energy and the time it is you have, but we have an opportunity to be able to change things in this world. See, this is what it is. We're actually creating freedom. Freedom. That is what we're actually fighting for. Christelle and I were talking on the phone a week ago, and she said that, or it was a text or whatever, because we have this Leo chat. We got to add Martin in with it and all the other Leos, because the Leos take over the world. Because I mean, it's all about lions, honestly. That's all it is. I mean, that's all it is. Like this period. I mean, the rest of you guys are great, but I mean, we're leaders. I mean, this is what happens. Okay, but understand the fact that it's what it is. Okay, understand that it really is about creating freedom. That's really what we're doing here. That's what we're doing here, is creating freedom within this club, freedom within our lives, and then freedom within our communities so that we can do that. Hope that makes sense. Look, we're going to create freedom together at the GAIN event. I am just so excited. So I got two things I want to give you here today. First of all, I'm going to drop my buy me a coffee in the chat. Okay. What I'm going to drop it in there for is that if you want the next level of this system, that framework that we talked about, the Limitless framework, because there's an entire other framework for daily work, I will give you that next level and spend 15 minutes on the phone with you, sharing with you how to be able to create that. If you hit my buy me a coffee link in the chat, I will do that for you. We'll drop you and give you that. Okay, we'll get that done. But bigger, what I want to share with you is the GAIN event. Because you're here in this one-click creator community, I'm going to give you a goodies, and Christelle's going to give you a goodie as well too, if you take advantage of coming to this event. If you take advantage of this event today, you say, well, I can't come to Memphis. I don't know how to get there. I don't know how the cars get to Memphis. That's a belief blocker. Well, it's August. It's gonna be hot. It's gonna be hot everywhere. Martin told us that the El Nino, I'm messing with Martin, the El Nino is coming in, and it's over with. So we're all gonna burn anyway. So it's cool. So you might as well be hot. You might as well be hot in Memphis, because at least you're gonna have good barbecue. Okay, August 24th to the 26th. Martin knows what I'm talking about as far as El Nino. All right, with that. All right. Be at this event. When you choose VIP at this event, we're gonna take you over 3 days. At the top of this, we had some different things that you can create. We're gonna take you, and if you have a book inside of you, we're gonna create that entire book in 3 days. If you have a course inside of you, we're gonna create that entire course over 3 days. And when I mean the entire course, I mean have the graphics, have everything together where you're ready to go to market with it. Okay. We're gonna take a social media explosion. We'll take the next 6 months of your business and create social media for the next 6 months of your business. So you need to launch that blog, have all your blog posts, have everything ready to roll. Or you need to put your business together. We need to get a business makeover. You need a business plan. You need a marketing plan. We're going to use the power of AI to do things that it would take 6 months and tens of thousands of dollars to do. And we're going to do that all with real coaches here with you working. On the VIP option, even if you choose the gold option and you come for the 2 days, you're going to learn how to do all those different pieces. But on a VIP option, we're going to spend a VIP day with you on that Thursday of the event, working through that, and then continue to be checking back and working with you through the entire event to make sure that we get the things done, accountability with it. Now, that link you see up top, the GAIN event, because you're here in this room today, if you put in coupon code Christelle, which you spell that, you see her name right there, CHRISTEL, you also get 20% off of the already discounted rate. It's already 50% off in early bird. And you're going to get it for 20% more off because you're a part of this OCC community, because you heard and saw that there. You'll be able to get that. But you need to take advantage of that now. When you take advantage of that, I am going to throw in for you an hour session with me. An hour. Now, you just have with me for 30, 35 minutes, me talking to everybody. An hour of me concentrating on you and your life and your business. That in itself is a $750 value. And then the lovely Christelle told me she's going to do something phenomenal for you. So I'm getting ready to drop the mic right now and let her tell you what she's going to do for you as well. Go ahead, Christelle.
Thank you so much, Ojinga. I'm over here dropping the link in the creator chat, the main announcement group. Can you tell me again, did you say the coupon code is Christelle?
It is. The coupon code is Christelle. It is.
Okay. Making coupon codes my name for a Leo. You know how we feel.
I know, right? That's what I'm saying.
Too gassed up.
It is. That's how it's gassed up. That's what it is.
So Vashon will keep me cool.
I would just like to apologize to Vashon too. We gotta do that.
Yeah, me too.
I need to start my day. That's right.
Oh, listen, you can take it. Ojinga, does it have to be in all caps?
All caps. All caps. All caps. Christelle in all caps. Yes.
Okay, so let me just I just want to be really clear about this because it's very exciting. This is going to be our first official opportunity to meet with each other in person. Okay, so if nothing else, I don't want to, the idea is you come to all the classes and you learn and you create and you build and you grow and you expand. And also, I hope you come just to see us in person and for us to meet each other. Can you imagine how much fun that's going to be? So I'm really, really excited about this. It's a wonderful event. I'm inviting you all to please join us for the VIP experience so that you get part of this dinner, okay? Ojinga is buying us dinner, y'all. I'm trying to be at that dinner, and I want to see as many of your beautiful faces there as possible. And then Ojinga is also offering, you said, a 1-hour coaching session, right?
Absolutely, 1 hour, and it's 2 dinners as well. So it's dinner on Thursday night and Friday. Thursday night and Friday night, yeah. And so 1 hour.
Mm-hmm. Right, look, I'm coming for the food, and I'm coming for the experience. I'm kind of coming for the learning. I'm coming to see y'all in person. Okay, I want some hugs. I'm gonna collect hugs. I said I'm not a hugger, but I secretly am. Okay, so here's the package. This is what it's coming with. All of the information is up above. Please click the link and save the link somewhere so that you can go through it, because this landing page is comprehensive. It's packed with wonderful information, even on the Limitless Week, so we remember what each day represents. So if you sign up for the VIP event, which is already 50% off, and then you're going to get another 20% off with the coupon code Christelle, all caps, for being a member of OCC, for being in this room with us. And then Ojinga is going to offer you a 1-hour coaching session. And what I am offering you is a done for you course ready to go by July 1st. Okay, so that is my offer to you. If you sign up for the VIP main event in Memphis, Tennessee, August 24th to the 26th, okay, you will get a done for you course ready to go by our launch on July 1st. And then when you get to the GAIN event, you can turn that course into a book. You can do another course. You can do part 2 of the course. You can start creating your curriculum, whatever it is that you want to do. Okay, so that's my offer to you. This will be a done for you course that's ready for beta testing and launch on July 1st. So I hope you all take advantage of that opportunity, because that opportunity is going to go away after July 1st. So thank you so much. I'm so excited about it.
That is awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. And I appreciate that. And I mean, like, look, take advantage of it now, because we're gonna sell out in this event. I'm gonna keep it down as far as we can. We're gonna be at the Embassy Suites here in Memphis. And so take advantage of it now. All you gotta do is click the link and get started. Hey, if you can't make it, then you can get it'll all be recorded as well too. And so you'll get the recordings of the event, and we'll still work with you, because as a part of that VIP, you see all the things that are there, but as a part of that VIP, you become a part of my group called the GAIN Collective. And in that collective is where we really work on how to use these tools and how to be able to move forward with it as well too. And of course, with part of that collective, we're going to help you in the one-click creator community as well too. I brought somebody up on stage with me, and she is amazing. I'm so glad she's been able to hop in a room here for a second. Her name is Paula Simmons. Coach Paula is what I call her, and she wrote a tremendous book called The Transparency Theory, and it's about how it is just standing there naked in front of the mirror, standing there naked in front of the mirror, as far as like what being transparent within yourself. She is like one of the best in the world in mindset and in purpose, and how to be able to create mindset and purpose. And she actually is training on this event as well too. And I'm so glad to have her here in the community and to be able to brought her along. Coach Polly, if you can for a second, I'd love for you just to introduce yourself. I brought you up here on stage. Hopefully you're in a place where you can talk. And I didn't ask her, could she do that either. She popped on stage. So she's a place where she can. So, that's me, putting people on the spot. That's all I like to do. That's also a Leo thing. With that. So no worries. Okay. She just raised her hand to come back up. So hold on one second. I got her here. Maybe she hit the wrong button. Coach, you there? Maybe not. All right, cool. No worries. All right, you can pop off if you get there. But so let's make this thing happen. Questions. Let's talk about what we talked about today. I'm gonna pop off on the Zoom side, and let's stay here in the Clubhouse room. I'll answer any questions. We'll talk about what it is that we talked about today, the success recipe. Is it something that you can use? Is there structure that we can happen with that? Let's talk about that. So what are some of the you can raise your hand, you can get on stage for that as well too. Questions about the success recipe, questions about this event, questions about anything. I'm open to anything. It's all good. It's a wonderful Tuesday to talk about it Tuesday.